Well, from education to the story of the season, and allies of former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua now claim that the President William Ruto administration has gone rogue following the recent wave of abductions. The 25 members of parliament and senators now want an independent commission of inquiry established to investigate the abductions, which they allege was state-sanctioned. NTV's David Mudoka tells us more.
Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has sustained his criticism of the President William Ruto regime following recent abductions, this time through his stalwarts in Parliament and the Senate.
I will tell you just now.
Speaking a day after 5 abductees were freed under mysterious circumstances, 25 members of Parliament and senators allied to the former DP not only hit out at the government over the spate of abductions, but also claimed that the government was complicit in the abductions.
The simultaneous release of these individuals from different counties suggests a deliberate strategy rather than a random occurrences. These incidents are not isolated. They reflect a disturbing trend of escalating state-sponsored abductions, violence, and human rights abuses.
The allies of Gachagua demanded that all other abductees who are still missing be released immediately, while calling on Kenyans to continue piling pressure on the government, not only in the streets, but also at the International Criminal Court, ICC. Other than Steve Mbese Kabengo, who was abducted last month from Mlolongo in Machakos, the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights last week reported that 29 other abductees are still missing.
This collective action demonstrates that through the sovereign power vested to us by the Kenyan Constitution, we can stand together to hold the rogue government accountable for its actions.
The leaders further called for the establishment of an independent commission of inquiry to investigate the abduction, saying the government cannot be trusted.
We call for a thorough and transparent investigations into the circumstances surrounding these abductions, as well as appropriate action against all individuals involved.
Should the commission be established, the lawmakers also want it to probe the attacks on Gachagua in Limuru and Nyandarua at the end of last year, to also probe the possibility of the resurgence of gangs such as Mungiki, as well as claims of land grabbing in Kiambu, Ruiru, Naivasha, and Nakuru.
We stand in a wavering support of the information of this Independence Commission of Inquiry and demand swift, decisive actions to restore justice and security of our nation.
Soon after the call for the establishment of a commission of inquiry was made, Gachagua endorsed the proposal on the X platform, saying that the country has to get to the bottom of the matter, as it is not a banana republic. David Muthoka, NTV, Nairobi.